I have a question, Stuart.
Yes.
In not in every single class, but there are some classes that I feel an intense like burning in the back of my neck, like with a spinous. Um, and my question is, when I do feel that burning, does that mean anything specific? Is it like, does that indicate anything about like more energy being given to me or anything? Does it mean anything in comparison to the classes where I don't feel such an intense heat?
All it means, I don't know what it means. It's just the energy, making its way up the spine through the throat chakra to the top of your head. And if there's any obstructions there, the energy you'll have a burning sensation. You might have kriyas, your head might swivel, things like that might happen. But it's nothing to even worry about or think about. Be grateful for it. This is just telling you the energy is flowing from the base of your spine to the top of your head. And it might be some blockages there that are being dissolved. So that's good. I mean, I wouldn't worry about that. And the days that it doesn't happen, okay, the days that it doesn't happen, maybe the blockages, are not there those days.
Mm. Okay, thank
it's
you.
a very good thing, Laura. And it really, I mean, I can see the growth that's taken place in you, over the last few months. And that doesn't surprise me that you're having those kinds of experiences.
Thank you, Stuart.
Very nice. Does anyone else have a question they would like to ask? This question. Don't force them. There's a question. I mean, somebody asked a question this afternoon that released Shakti in me that was just extraordinary. The class became something unbelievable. So I never know. I never know what's going to happen in these classes, and I'm just open to allowing, whatever it is that has to flow through to flow through. Does anyone have a question? I mean, really, silence in itself is a question, and a profound one, because the kind of silence that we're experiencing here is truly the chakra system open, so that Shakti, that energy can flow. And I think that really is an important aspect of the meditation process. The mind is quiet. And I once read a poem, I'll never forget, I think I've mentioned this before, but it's night, I'm in the forest, the birds are still, the crickets are still, everything is still. If only my mind would just shut up. And I think, I think it's incredible truth. Around us, there can be stillness, and inside us, there can be some noise. The mind has to shut up. That's real stillness that irradiates out from a deep place inside ourselves, and it touches other people. Does anyone else have a question?
Thank you for sharing that poem, Stuart. I really liked it. It was wonderful. I would love to hear more of your poetry anytime. Just saying.
You know, I actually have a book of poems. You know, it's a very good story. You know, I mean, Atsuko, who's not here tonight, she did a song and a video and used one of my poems in it that I gave her back in like the 90s. And I forgot that I even gave it to her. And she sent it to me with the poem. And I read the poem and I said, my God, this is nice. It needs some crafting. And then by accident, I went to a drawer in my closet and I found the whole manuscript of these poems I wrote back in the 80s, the 90s. And I went and fixed them, and some of them are really beautiful. I mean, they're really interesting poems. And the name of the book is, you know, Behind Illusion's Veil. And, you know, very surreal, very interesting, spiritual, some of them very profound. I was amazed to find them. I forgot I even had these things, and they were just there. Bingo, a manuscript of stuff that needed to be completed, you know, 25 years later. Never know what's going to show up in your life. Anyway, sometime I'll have a poetry reading or something and share some of that stuff. Does anyone else have a question you would like to ask? I'm really trying to get a lot of my past life to drop away from me. The art business, writing. I mean, no more novels, no more, you know, 100-page books. You know, paragraphs, poems, 2-line poems. It's basically haiku. I would go to my blog on my website. There's some really interesting stuff there. As I said, every Sunday we're going to post something, and it might find it interesting and inspiring, you know. I don't know. Does anyone else have a question you would like to ask? Okay, so I'll just repeat that tomorrow there won't be a class. The next class will be on Wednesday. So God bless you all. Thank you. And I mean, this class is like a miracle of God, you know? And I'm just so grateful we can sit here and do this kind of profound inner work and let it really work on us and change us and allow us to do what we're really born on the earth to do, which is to connect with God, to learn how to get past all the suffering, the difficulty, insecurity, etc., and build a connection with higher energy in the universe. That's why we're born here. I mean, we're not born here to make money, and you know, that is what Caesar demands of us, but it's all part of working out karma. We're born here to learn how to transform all that karma into a connection with God. To have a spiritual life. Everything else is a reason to come back here. Unworked out stuff that we have to come back and go through this merry-go-round. You know, like that song, the painted ponies go up and down, you know, captured on a carousel of time. I mean, it's really true. So God bless you all. Thank you for being here. And I just have infinite gratitude for the presence of every one of you. And hopefully I'll see you all on Wednesday. Thank you.
Thank you, Stuart.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Good
Good night.
Good night.